Well, I think a lot of people are curious about what's going to happen, after the quote unquote brawl out. I think Ace Steel's been released, and I think people are waiting with bated breath to see what really happens with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. A lot of people are speculating that maybe the investigation is over and they might show up on TV again this week. And I'm sure fans will be excited to see them back. But there's lots of question marks around CM Punk. There was a rumor last week that perhaps they're in negotiations with CM Punk to buy out his contract. That's not something that you hear about a lot in professional wrestling. And now that's led to speculation. Would CM Punk return to WWE one day? Now, of course, when he left before, maybe he had an issue with Hunter and certainly didn't see eye to eye with Vince McMahon or agree with some of the decisions he made. But Vince is gone. It's a new day in the WWE. Could you see CM Punk one day returning to WWE?
In this day and age, I can see anything. Yeah, I mean, that was like a very heated. I wasn't there during all that, and as I've said before, I only know him to say hi.
Right.
But that lawsuit with the doctor and all that, I don't know. That'd be. I don't know how the guys would handle that. I don't think he was that. I don't think he was a candidate for wrestler of the year when he was there. And I think he thought he was better than John Cena, which is not, which absolutely is not the truth as far as being the face of the company.
Well, when it
Um,
comes to
but
merch and fandom, I mean, he did make a dent. I mean, he was up there.
oh
I'm
yeah,
not gonna say he was bigger than
I'm not denying that, but
John.
I've heard the remark that he felt like he should have been John Cena. Just in my opinion, that wouldn't fly. So that was just my take on it.
You're
But
regarded as being one of the best guys on the stick, one of the best interviews in all of wrestling, and a lot of the younger fans really enjoyed CM Punk's verbal skills. Where would you rank CM Punk all time as a promo?
um, if I knew how he got it together, if I spent more time with him, I could give you a better opinion. If it's something they've handed him to memorize, I don't give it a I don't give it a D plus. If it's something that he's thought up on his own,
It
I-
usually was,
then I give him a B plus.
yeah,
Yeah, no, he's a good talker. MJF is a good talker.
yeah. Let's talk about MJF.
Yeah, I
MJF,
mean, I think he's a real good talker. They're trying to compare him to me. Well, that ain't gonna happen. But
lots of discussion about MJF. That maybe last week his interview with William Regal, and I know you said you didn't get a chance to see it. It was on Tuesday last week.
when they
A
had
lot
700,000 viewers.
Well, he was over 800,000. He was the highest rated segment. He
Okay,
usually
see,
is.
you know what? I just told him what I saw what the average was.
Oh, sure. Well, now let's remind everybody, they're preempted. They're normally on a Wednesday, so they went to WWE's night and kicked their ass. I mean, that's what happened.
Oh yeah,
Um,
hey, I'm, I'm just letting you know I do keep a track of the technicality part of it.
sure.
Um,
MJF though, cut a really great promo. A lot of a
oh, I
great
heard it was
segment that
phenomenal.
a lot of people are talking about with Regal, but a lot of people want to know, is that step one of a babyface turn for MJF? He's been such a phenomenal heel. Do you think MJF could be an effective babyface?
Oh, I absolutely do. But I would. Here's my take on, and I'm a little different. I don't see why he has to be a babyface.
Agree.
If you've got a great heel, leave him alone.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But why turn him babyface? What, to get a rating? When in deep down the fan base loves him as a heel.
Yes, they do.
You love him as a heel.
Yes, I do.
I love him as a heel.
Mhm.
Why make him a babyface? Because it's wrestling?
Well,
Wrestling 101, get the hottest heel you can get him as hot as you can get him, and then turn him babyface. Wow. It
it's
makes no
kind of
sense. I would leave him as a heel all day long. And he's a real good worker and great talker, like you said. Um, as a matter of fact, I like Punk as a heel.
me too.
I do like Punk as a heel. When you can talk down to people and get away with it and
Yeah.
pull it off and make them mad, that's what it's all about. You know, who wants to be a good guy, and then because half the guys that Like, I think the Young Bucks are guys that they're like Jack Briscoe and Steamboat. They could never be heels in my eyes.
They've tried, but I'm with you. People still want to cheer them.
They're handsome, they're young, they're great workers. Um, and like Jack Briscoe, I mean, Jack had to work heel in territories that he traveled around in, but how do you take a handsome Cherokee Indian? You know what I mean? Or like Ricky Steamboat. And Steamboat, you know how much respect I have from him, the greatest babyface of all time. And I don't think they ever thought about it, and I'm glad they didn't because he just wouldn't be a heel.
Right.
I didn't like Sting as trying to be a heel with the NWO. Sting is just an outright pure babyface, and he has earned that reputation and that respect. He's a great friend of mine, and I just see him as an icon babyface,
Right.
iconic babyface rather. But wrestling's different now. They jump around a lot. I mean, they take good performers and they change their I guess the word would be their gimmick around. Look at Seth Rollins. He'd been 10 different things.
Right.
You know what he was the best at? Being the architect. Because he's really strong and technically in the ring. But since then he's been, I don't even know I can't even keep track of all of it.
Well, it's been a lot.
I know why it is. It's all to sell merchandise.
Right.
So I saw where he compared himself to Roman Reigns. I don't think that's even close, but I mean, when you start talking about yourself in the same light as Roman Reigns, and then you look over your shoulder and you got AJ Styles and Randy Orton standing there. I don't know. He's not even close. He'd been 10 different things.
Right.
You know what he was the best at? Being the architect. Because he's really strong and technically in the ring. But since then he's been, I don't even know I can't even keep track of all of it.
Well, it's been a lot.
I know why it is. It's all to sell merchandise.
Right.
So I saw where he compared himself to Roman Reigns. I don't think that's even close, but I mean, when you start talking about yourself in the same light as Roman Reigns, and then you look over your shoulder and you got AJ Styles and Randy Orton standing there. I don't know. He's not even close. He'd been 10 different things.
Right.
You know what he was the best at? Being the architect. Because he's really strong and technically in the ring. But since then he's been, I don't even know I can't even keep track of all of it.
Well, it's been a lot.
I know why it is. It's all to sell merchandise.
Right.
So I saw where he compared himself to Roman Reigns. I don't think that's even close, but I mean, when you start talking about yourself in the same light as Roman Reigns, and then you look over your shoulder and you got AJ Styles and Randy Orton standing there. I don't know. He's not even close.